The size and scale of our universe is a very hard thing to comprehend. For example, our universe is approximately 94 billion light years across, and that just doesn't comprehend in a human brain. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to make the size and scale of our universe a little bit more comprehensible. Now, the sun is 865,000 miles across. And for this model, we are actually going to shrink it down to the size of a quarter, and we are going to see how big the universe actually is. So as you can see, I am at a park, and what I'm going to do is I've attached a quarter to a flagpole, and we're going to stick this in the ground and just see how big our solar system is. So we're going to be starting with the closest planet to our solar system, and that is Mercury. Now in this scale, Mercury would be approximately 0.003 inches wide and approximately 40 inches away from our sun. Now Venus is the second planet in our solar system, and in this model it is 0.008 inches wide and 6.1 feet away from the sun. Now, as most people know, Earth is the third planet in the solar system, and in this model it would be 0.0087 inches wide and 8.5 feet away from the sun. Now Mars is the fourth planet from the solar system, and in this model it is 0.004 inches wide and 13 feet away from the sun. So that concludes the inner solar system. Now we are going to be going to the outer solar system. Now going to the fifth planet of the solar system, Jupiter, used in this model, it would actually be 0.098 inches and have a distance of 44.5 feet away from the sun. The sixth planet of the solar system is Saturn, and using this model, it would be 0.82 inches wide and at a distance of 81.9 feet. The seventh planet in the solar system is Uranus, and it would be 0.03 inches wide and would be 164 feet away from the sun. Now the final planet in our solar system is Neptune, and it would be 0.03 inches wide and at a distance of 257 feet. Now before going to stellar objects, we're going to do one more object in our solar system, and that is Pluto. Now Pluto is not a planet, but using our model, Pluto would be 0.0016 inches wide and approximately 337 feet away from the sun. Alright guys, well that concludes solar system objects. Now we are going to be going to stellar objects, or objects that are not in our solar system. And to do this, we're going to have to jump into Google Maps because the distances are going to be getting kind of crazy here in just a second. Now we're going to be starting with the closest star to the sun, and that is Proxima Centauri. And using our model, it would be 0.15 inches wide and 435 miles away. Like I said, we're getting to some crazy distances here because even though the sun is this small, distances are still very, very large. Now the next object is Sirius. Sirius is the brightest star in our night sky, and using our model it would be approximately 1.64 inches wide and 882 miles away. Now we're going to talk about Betelgeuse. Now Betelgeuse is a red giant star, and in our model it would actually be 70 feet wide. Again, a red giant star. Now distance-wise, it would actually be 66,000 miles away, which is just a little bit more than a fourth of the way to the moon. Now we're going to talk about the largest known star, and that is UY Scuti. And in our model, it would actually be 130 feet wide and approximately 534,000 miles away. That is about 2.2 times the distance of the moon. Now we're going to be talking about the Milky Way. Now, as most people know, we are actually in the Milky Way, so we're going to be talking about the actual size of the Milky Way. Now, in our model, the Milky Way would be 10 million miles across. Congratulations, you guys have made it to the end of the video. Now, before I tell you the size of the universe in our model, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have so much space content that will be coming out soon. But anyway, let's talk about the size of the universe. Now, if the sun was the size of a quarter, the universe would be 9.5 trillion miles wide. And there you go, that is the size of the universe. Even though I made the sun the size of a quarter, it is still nearly impossible to comprehend how big 9.5 trillion miles is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. And you guys have a wonderful day. Stay curious.